Post your location and local time in the comments. It's always wild to see where these stories land. Adam Riley's Tuesday starts out with the kind of quiet satisfaction you earn through months of sacrifice. He's a 34-year-old night shift security guard, not exactly rolling in glamour, but every overtime hour has been worth it for this rolling into the driveway with a used 2019 club car golf cart for his 78-year-old mom. It's not just a cart, it's a lifeline. 6 months earlier, she'd fallen on a grocery run and lost her confidence in walking long distances. That meant isolation days watching other people come and go while she stayed stuck at home. The cart is his ticket to give her back a piece of her freedom. By 2 p.m., she's in tears of gratitude, already talking about farmers markets and weekend craft fairs. He plugs it into the charger in the garage, thinking about that evening's inaugural grocery run. Then click heels on concrete. In this neighborhood, heels in the afternoon mean one thing: trouble wearing perfume. An aggressive knock, a voice that could cut tempered glass. "Excuse me, open this door right now." Enter Mara, given treasurer of the Sunset Hills Community Fund clipboard, like a weapon expression set to corporate audit. She points at the cart as if identifying a jewel thief. "That's my golf cart. I bought it this morning." Adam blinks, shows her Craigslist messages, a bill of sale, even the warranty card with VIN. She brandishes a stock photo from a dealership like it's Exhibit A, then dials 911 with the flair of a Shakespearean villain. Historians still argue whether she genuinely believed herself or just liked the drama. 3 minutes later, red blue lights flicker across the driveway like a low-budget disco. Officers Martinez and Chen step out, more weary than angry. Adam offers coffee paperwork proof. Mara offers a theory about disguised carts and chop shops. Officer Chen presses the horn, beep beep adorable, and says, "Ma'am, this isn't a Ferrari." She asks why they're not cuffing him. They explain buying a golf cart isn't a crime. She leaves with a parting shot. This isn't over. Heels ticking like a countdown clock. Adam hopes she'll cool off. Instead, by morning, there's a broken chair and an old helmet staged around the cart like props in a bad accident recreation. Mrs. Peterson, the watchful neighbor, waves him over to her security feed, Mara at dawn, arranging debris like a deranged set designer. The cracked chair still has a $12.99 price tag. The helmet, fresh receipt stuck inside, printed on HOA letterhead logo from a golf course 150 miles away. It's less CSI and more high school drama club. By 8 a.m., Adam's inbox pings 15 high-res photos of the scene, a formal complaint accusing him of damaging community property and abandoning debris. Mrs. Peterson fills him in: the Rodriguez family, the Kims, others. Mara has a history of planting evidence to punish people who cross her. The next act in her performance drops Monday, an official-looking HOA emergency notice under Adam's door, forbidding charging electric vehicles in garages under Fire Safety Protocol ESN 22407. Violations $300 per day. On his salary, that's financial asphyxiation. The cited code: real but for commercial warehouses, not a golf cart battery that poses less risk than a toaster. When Adam calls HOA president Mr. Thompson, the man sounds as if Mara just sold him beachfront property in Nebraska. She'd waved convincing safety documents and he hadn't checked them. Jake Adams' 16-year-old son digs up HOA case law showing such orders can be overturned if proven retaliatory. But Mara's not done. 2 days later, Adam finds the community park gate padlocked. This isn't decorative, it's the only safe golf cart route to the main road. Jake happens to live stream on TikTok from school, catching Mara directing a locksmith like a general on campaign. "We need to protect the community from inappropriate use by unauthorized vehicles," she says, proud, as if unveiling a moon landing. Historians still argue whether she realized she was confessing to made-up authority in front of 200 viewers. When Adam calls Thompson about Protocol ESN 22408, the president says, "I've never heard of it." The locksmith paid from an HOA checkbook, assumed it was legit. The fire department later confirms that gate is their emergency access, no safety concerns filed. Jake's accidental documentation is gold, but Mara escalates to personal sabotage, 2 rear tires on the golf cart, stabbed brake fluid leaking. Then the call from Adam's boss, an edited video stripping Jake's live stream of context, makes it look like Adam was goofing off at work. Suspension without pay, $900 lost dollars, lands the same day he needs $400 for repairs. When Adam starts asking around, Mrs. Rodriguez reveals a $1, $200 premium parking fee paid directly to Mara, same spot sold to others. Digging deeper, they uncover $15,000 in unauthorized collections. By Sunday, 5 residents meet in Mrs. Peterson's basement, forming Operation Transparency. Adam won't just defend his cart, he's going to expose her entire empire. The threat arrives on plain paper, slipped under Adam's door, leave Sunset Hills in 72 hours, or face far worse consequences. Jake spots a faint watermark QuickPrint Solutions owned by none other than Marcus Given. Adam decides to confront Mara with a trap. He approaches her mid-measuring wheel project, shows her the letter, and plays the concerned neighbor. She reacts not with shock, but with talk about how printing paper can't be traced, volunteering QuickPrint's name before Adam mentions it. That's the crack in the wall. When he points out he never named the shop, she panics, then blurts a full confession. She sent the letter, invented protocols, manipulated procedures, pocketed money. Jake hidden nearby records everything. Hours later, Mara visits QuickPrint to cover her tracks, leaving her laptop bag unattended long enough for Jake to photograph damning files, spreadsheets titled Secret Money, $23,400 collected emails, drafting threats, and a folder named HOA Control Project, outlining plans to replace dissenters with loyalists. 2 days later, the HOA meeting room is packed over 70 residents. Half have already heard the confession recording. When Adam asks how many have paid Mara personally for unapproved services, 4 hands rise each, backed by receipts. Mara tries to pass them off as voluntary contributions, but Mrs. Rodriguez produces her $1,200 premium parking contract signed by Mara. Mara fumbles for her laptop to defend herself, forgetting it's connected to the projector. On the screen, secret money itemized scams for all to see. Gasps ripple through the room. Thompson finally speaks. Mara, your signature on these protocols was forged. This is a legal matter. The vote is swift, 68-2, to remove her demand restitution and grant free parking for a year. 2 weeks later, a golf cart parade rolls past her for sale sign, Adam's mom waving like royalty under a not stolen banner. Historians still argue whether Mara's glare was anger embarrassment or plotting her next HOA conquest. As the parade winds back to Adam's driveway, the energy softens. Neighbors linger in the late afternoon light, kids chasing bubbles that float slow and lazy above the carts. Adam's mom steps down carefully, her hand resting on his arm, and for the first time in months, there's no shadow of hesitation in her walk. Jake loops around to park the cart, his grin quiet but steady, the way victories feel when they've been earned one piece of evidence at a time. The neighborhood exhales, lawns rustle in a small breeze. Conversations drop to gentle hums, and somewhere a dog lets out a half-hearted bark before curling back into a nap. Even Mrs. Peterson, leaning against her porch rail, seems to sway with the slow rhythm of a community at ease. The tension that once lived in every glance toward Mara's house dissolves into something warmer, more human, like watching storm clouds finally pull away from a stubborn horizon. Adam thinks about the months of pettiness, the early morning photos, staging the fake safety codes, the quiet threats. And then he thinks about the basement meetings, the TikTok clip that caught her own words the moment the projector lit up with the truth. Some endings come fast. This one came in small steps, each one steady enough to hold. By the time the last neighbor waves goodnight and the sun slips low, the air feels easier to breathe. The cart charger hums softly in the garage, a background note to the calm. Inside, his mom is already planning their next market trip. Outside the street is just a street again, not a battlefield. And as the porch light clicks on, the night settles around them like a promise that sometimes, even in the smallest corners, justice can look a lot like peace.